Welcome to part 3 of my 100 chickens drawing challenge. My name is Jessie and I'm drawing 100 chickens so that I can test out using different art mediums and styles and just play around, be creative, and have fun making art in a really no pressure, really low stakes kind of way. In the last video, I did just colored pencils, so if you want to go check that out, it's on my channel. In this video, I'm using alcohol markers as a base, and then I'm going over the top with colored pencils. I've seen a lot of people doing this, and I really like the way that it looks. I'm really new to both colored pencils and alcohol markers, so this is a really good way to practice using them and using them together. This first chicken is my least favorite one on this whole page. It was a lot of trial and error, just seeing how the markers blend together and layer on top of each other and stuff. And another new thing that I'm trying with this group of chickens is outlining with black ink. And I do not like how this one turned out, but I love how the rest of them turned out. So I feel like that's kind of how it should work. I do think that the marker work was pretty good on this one. I like the way that they blended, and if I was just gonna leave it at the markers, I think it would have been pretty good. While this is playing out, I thought I would just share some general thoughts on this project so far. So at this point, I've drawn, I think, 28 chickens, and I think it's a really good way to experiment, like I said, with different mediums and different styles. It's also a good way to try out different color palettes and techniques that you don't normally use, because you got to make it to 100 somehow. And I thought that I would hate drawing the same thing over and over again, but it's actually kind of nice. I like that I don't have to think about what I'm going to draw when I sit down to make art. I know that I'm going to be drawing chickens for a long time. So it removes one barrier, the decision making, which I think is the hardest part most of the time. It's just deciding what you're going to draw. And then if I make a mistake, if I mess one up, it's not a big deal because I have, 80 tries left to get it right. And it's not really about getting it right anyway. It's just about trying new things and getting out of your comfort zone. So I think this would be a really good thing to do if you're having some art block, maybe. If you can at least get yourself to decide on that one thing that you're going to draw. Then it really takes a lot of pressure off and just gives you the freedom to have fun and be creative and come up with new ideas. And it's really helping me enjoy making art again anyways. I actually look forward to these drawing sessions, and nothing about it feels forced. I don't have to hype myself up or trick myself into doing it. It feels really easy to get into a flow state with it and just lose track of time. Sometimes I'll get up and walk away because I'm like, oh shoot, I have been at this for a while, maybe I should go do something else. But then I usually come right back in because I think of another thing that I want to try. So I'm trying to fill in these base colors in a way that kind of creates texture. And I did I did 3 rounds of layering to darken up the shadows on this one, and I don't even know if it made a noticeable difference or not. I mean, it did. It did. I can tell. I'm really, really happy with the way the line work turned out on the rest of these. I don't normally outline my work, but I just really like what it adds. It just adds a little something. It adds some personality, maybe. What does it add? It adds something. I like the boldness of it. That's the thing about these, like the mixture of the markers and the colored pencils and then outlining all of it with the black. I think it looks so vibrant compared to just the colored pencils alone. When you do just colored pencils on their own, it gives a much softer look, and this is just, it's just more bold, I guess. I like the boldness over the softness, I think. So that's something cool that I'm learning through this process. And I'm not there yet, but I know that I'm gonna hit a point where I'm like out of ideas. And I'm expecting that that's when things are gonna get really interesting. At least I hope so. I'm kind of excited to get to that point just to see like what kind of crazy things I come up with. But for now, I am still having fun just trying out different mediums. And I think next time I'm gonna try watercolors. I just ordered a little set, so I'm excited to try it out. In the past, I've used acrylic paint, but that's it pretty much, aside from digital. Oh, also in my next video, I think that I have figured out finally how to set my camera up so that it stays in focus the whole time. So that'll be nice for all of us, huh? The autofocus is really struggling with these videos. So apologize again for the blurry footage, but I think that I have found a solution moving forward. This is a learning process in more than one way. This blue chicken is my favorite. No notes. This one turned out great. At this point, I was starting to have a little bit of fun with color, so I drew the duck blue because I've never seen a blue duck before. Yeah, I just really like the way this one turned out. I think I did a really good job on it. I love using purple for my shadows. And then I grabbed this neon yellow and popped a little of that in there. And I think that just brightened it up and added a fun pop of color. I'm really liking using more than one medium together. In the past, I've always felt like I had to stick to just one medium. I don't know why, but mixing them together to get these different looks, it's really fun for one thing. And then it's also like, I don't know, I feel like using one medium is really limiting. Like you can achieve so many different things when you mix them together. So. Okay, so on this one I was trying to flip what I'd been doing. So I was trying to do like a lighter neck and a darker body, but it was not working. I kept trying to blend this purple into the gray and just wasn't happening. The purple kept creeping higher and higher up on the neck. So eventually I was just like, and I colored the whole thing in purple. And since it had already gone off the rails, I just decided to play around a little bit with more color. So it was looking real dark and I wasn't sure how to lighten it up, but I grabbed this neon purple to see if that would work. And I wasn't sure if it was going to show up, but it did. It brightened it up quite a bit. And then I added some green in the shadows for whatever reason. I thought I would try out green, and you can kind of see it on there. But then I hit the purple again with the neon pink, and that really brightened it up. So it's looking a little better at this. Oh, and then I just used all the colors, I guess. I put some blue in there. It's kind of giving pigeon, or maybe a peacock, something like that. But I don't know, I don't hate it. It's not bad. Kind of fun. Since I was on this path of using colors that you don't really find on a chicken anyway, I thought I would make a pink one. I just thought that would be fun. I really like using the neon colors. I used them in the first video exclusively. So I wanted to see what would happen if I just added them in as like little accent highlights. I don't know. Anyway, I like it. I like it a lot. I really like the texture on this pink one. I think that turned out real nice. And then another thing about this project is that you kind of stumble into stuff that you're like, oh, that's cool. I like how I did that. And then you can carry that forward into your next drawings. Like, not everything works out, but sometimes it does. So here's the finished page, and out of everything that I've done so far, this is definitely my favorite. I'm a fan of mixing the markers and colored pencils together with the line art, with the black line art. Definitely like this look. And these are some that I ended up drawing after I made this video. Just experimenting even more with color and trying some different stuff with the outlining. I don't like it as much. I like the more simplified outline. This was a little too much, but it's just good to try stuff so you see what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't. Yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, those are up on my channel if you are interested in checking them out. We're trying to go to 100, so there'll be a few more of these videos coming. If you want to subscribe so that you can see how I progress, that'd be cool. Don't forget to like this video on your way out, and I will see you next time.